Hello everyone. Today I'm at Barnard Castle. I'm going to a place that was a big part of my life back in the 80s to early 90s. It's back to the old school, Teesdale Comprehensive. Some of the best years of my life were there. I'm just walking up through the old Glaxo Sports and Social Club and everywhere, but that's the sports centre. I remember when Barnard Castle got this sports centre, it was like such a big thing, 5-a-side, a swimming pool, even though I can't bloody swim, so that was no use. But it does look a bit rather run down, doesn't it? I think it was about 1992 or something like that. But if we have a look through here, I think this was the old end block over here. I think it was mainly mats and stuff like that. And just where that little extension is, that's where you could go in for a fag. But if you look now, it's like Alcatraz now. In the old days, it was anybody could climb into here. We used to play football inside and everything. And there used to be a door into there. And we even had our own tuck shop just behind in that end block there. Mr. G, great teacher, used to go to the cash and carry every morning before school and stock up on supplies. And we always used to try and give him a hand, carry stuff through, and obviously help ourselves sometimes, just as a thank you. But we're coming up here now. I've not actually been on this path. I think probably once in about 25 years. It's a bit of a shortcut from the top end of Barnard to another side of it. But even those 5-a-side pitches look, the whole thing just looks rather tired. But up here is the sports fair. I came here in April 87. I'd moved away to Stockton in 1983, came back, so I joined in the Easter term, and I'd come from Ian Ramsey in Stockton, which was like a massive, diverse school in Stockton. And then I came here, which was just like, it was a bit of a culture shock. Obviously I knew quite a lot of people from leaving Barney years before, but some huge rabbits on the field over there. But as we're on the edge of the Barnard Castle, right next to the countryside, it's a huge sports field. But I remember there used to be some sort of little stream ran down the side of there. But it's all fenced off now. So in the old days, there was a public footpath right across here, so any members of the public could just walk into school at any time of the day. And that's a lot like gas. I think it's a gas hut at the bottom. I think people used to have a fag behind there, and there was a wooden hut down there as well. As you can see, we've got a tennis court, but it actually used to go down. There's beneath past those trees, there's a football pitch and a running track, and then there was like another pitch, and then there was like a hockey pitch at the bottom, which I think the hub's built on now. But it's all fenced off now. And here, you even there was a long jump pit in there, but obviously people used to let the dogs shit in it. I noticed loads of dog shit when I walked through, but even that's closed off there. That's the kitchens. You used to go around the back of there. But this is the public footpath right through the school. But literally, you could be here having your lunch on your break time, and any random members of the public could just walk through. You get people with the brothers or the parents turn up, giving them cat, or people walking the bloody dogs. That's one of the ways you used to come in and queue for your dinner. I don't know if you remember Diane, the dinner lady. She'd be stood there making sure you didn't push in. Tell one thing you notice when you come back, it looks a lot smaller than you think it was, wasn't it? I think it was only about 600 people here when I was there. But I remember the food was absolutely gorgeous. There we go, look at that. Bit of wildlife as well. When I was here, headmaster was Kenneth Dodds, who we used to call Kenny Dodds. And there's the old gym. I think this school used to be the old grammar school back in like the 60s, and it became a comprehensive. Now I think it's an academy. But we used to be classed for cross country here because you could go out all the way up to Teesdale, and you didn't want to be the last back, otherwise there was always that chance you could get thrown out in your boxer shorts. It's quite early on Saturday morning, so hopefully don't bump into anybody. But I remember my first day when I came here on the first break, there was a guy in the third year called Turtle. He had his own tuck shop where he used to sell kits to everybody. He even offered credit as well. But go up here because there's somebody walking along. Because from Barnard Castle, it was in a rural area. There was loads of kids who used to come from up the Dales or outside town, so all the buses used to come in here. But I think it's probably about 9 or 10 to take the kids back. But that was obviously in winter. It was good because we always used to try and ambush them on the way to school, and afterwards if there was a load of snow. I've still got a sixth form centre. Oh yeah. But again, it's all fenced off now. There's loads of extra buildings added on the top of it, but that's like the iconic tower. But just behind that is the quiet room. So if you were misbehaving, you used to get sent there and have to sit there for the rest of the lesson and write out the reason why you went there. I think I went there about 10 times over the years. Once even before a lesson had started, writing something about Mr. Payne on the class board. There's the main entrance. I remember coming here, it was like such a big thing. Walking up here. First class was, I remember Mrs. Bates. This was a proper old school where the teachers used to wear tracksuits. You'd have like a games teacher who'd also teach geography in his spare time as well. God, it's quite busy. There's loads of people walking the dogs. Probably have to go back over here so I don't bump into anybody. That was I think it's S block, the old science block, but there's got this fancy new building here as well. But this used to be a public road as well, so you could actually get into the school. Is that chickens? Somebody's got bloody chickens. But Barney's changed a lot since like back in the 90s. Hundreds of new homes, it's extended all over the place. But, as you can see, it's just completely and utterly fenced in nowadays. It's probably completely different when we were there. If you see some of the old school photos, everybody looks like a rag bag. White socks, denim shirts. Different world, wasn't it? But I did enjoy this. I know some people didn't like school, but I absolutely loved this school. I think that was called C block. We used to get up to all sorts here. Remember, one of my favourite things to do was at the start of the day when you came in, was go to the staff room because it had a list of all the teachers who were off. So you knew if you were going to get a supply teacher who you could have a mess around with. I think for me, my school days here were a bit of an underachievement, to be honest. 8 GCSEs, that was it. 2 Bs, 6 Cs. Messed around too much. I like to have a laugh. Probably remember. Once I got put on report, there was a meeting for the worst behaved people in the year, where all the teachers met up one night and sent a letter to the parents with a comment about each one. I think on mine, one of the comments is, maybe ringleader of the brat pack. Great days. I didn't think I'd get this video done because it was that's my bloody alarm. It's 10:07. I didn't think I'd get this video done because it was absolutely pissing down when I was driving up from Sunderland. But I said I used to come through here all the time after the Laxord Club. Think of all the teachers who used to be here. Mr. Singlewood, Mr. Payne, Mr. Watson, Bernie Poole, Ronnie Egg, Miss Walker, Rita Wheeler, Mr. Craig, Mrs. Harrison. I think Mrs. Harrison and Mr. Eggleston sadly died last couple of years. Lots of memories. There used to be like a wooden hut over there where people used to smoke behind. All these houses weren't there back in the day. Like this thing here, whatever this is. Oh, be careful, there's dog shit everywhere. And we used to skive off sometimes, but as it was Barnard Castle, there wasn't many places to go, and there wasn't that without being spotted by your parents. But a few of them our class used to go out so I think it's called the chicken shed or somewhere, right down the bottom of the fields and stay there for the lesson. I remember we used to go to one of my friend's house who lived bordering on and nick out a PSC. Nobody ever noticed in those days. Now they probably call have a police search out for you and so on. Absolutely tons of rabbits. I wish this fence wasn't here because you could go in and get a good look and stuff. Mr. Richardson, Mr. Gildersleigh, Mr. Westgarth, and the one who everybody feared. Well, he was the only one I didn't mess around with, Mr. Ty. And the highlight of the year was always the school discos. They used to start in November. I think it was October, November, December we used to have them, and the December one I think was the Christmas one. I used to have the Jeff Fulwell Road Show. Mr. Eggleston, Mr. Ty, Mr. Sewell, Mr. Griffiths, I forgot about him, would all dress up in some sort of like Gary Glitter tribute, glam rock, and do some Merry Christmas, everybody. Just behind there is the staff room. I've never been in the school since the day I left. Well, I stayed on at sixth form for a couple of years after, but there we have it. Oh, it's just Teesdale School and Sixth Form Centre, not some sort of academy. But there we have it. Go further on here, so it's S block. Oh, I've even got a car park in here now. The caretaker's got a big job in the morning opening all these gates. No trespass, no dogs. Well, used to. And there's some greenhouses over the back there. We used to have chemistry, physics and biology in that block. I think chemistry I used to do, I don't know if you remember, was just like turn the gas taps on and set protractors on fire and mould them together. But on a break time, you weren't allowed to sort of leave the premises to go across because there used to be an old garage on the corner here, but sometimes you'd sneak over. But I remember like coming to school and people letting off fireworks and bangers and stuff like that. You wouldn't get away with it now, would you? Different world. Oh yeah, the greenhouses have gone. Lots of benches. Just walk down the entrance because it's where we used to come up if you came in from this side of town. It used to be full of bushes there. So there we have it. Teesdale Comprehensive. Probably one of the best schools I ever went to. But I went to a few, so I think this one has got the best memories and the best laughs. So anyway, thank you very much if you've watched this video, and I will see you next time, wherever that may be. So thank you very much for watching. Take care everyone, see you later.